You know what's wild? Most people think they're broke because they don't earn enough. But here's the truth nobody wants to hear. You're probably bleeding money every single day, and you don't even notice it. It's not the big purchases that destroy your wealth. It's the invisible leaks, the silent killers, the tiny holes in your financial bucket that drain you drop by drop, month after month, until one day you wake up and wonder why there's nothing left. Hey, it's your favorite little investor, the investing ant, and today we're talking about the trap that's emptying your account while you sleep. Trust me, this one hits different. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're carrying a bucket of water across a field. Your goal: fill up a big tank at the other end. That tank is your financial freedom, your dreams, your future. Now you're working hard, right? You're filling that bucket every day with your paycheck, your hustle, your time. But here's the problem. Your bucket has holes. Small ones, you can't see them clearly, but they're there. And while you're busy trying to fill it up, water's dripping out the bottom, drip, drip. By the time you reach the tank, your bucket's half empty. You worked just as hard as someone whose bucket was solid, but you've got way less to show for it. That's what's happening to your money right now. In the colony, we ants understand something powerful. It's not just about how much you carry, it's about how much you keep. See, every day, we go out and gather seeds, crumbs, little bits of food. Grain by grain, we don't waste a single morsel. We don't drop things along the way just because we're distracted. We protect what we collect because we know winter is coming. We know the lean times will test us, and if we've been careless, if we've let our resources slip through the cracks, we won't survive. It's that simple. Now, I'm not saying your life is that dramatic, but your financial future? It kinda is. So let's talk about these holes, these leaks, these invisible traps that are costing you more than you think. First up, subscriptions. Oh man, subscriptions, the modern day pickpocket. You sign up for a streaming service because you want to watch one show. Cool, makes sense. But then you forget to cancel it. Next thing you know, you've got 7 streaming platforms, a music app you don't use, a meditation app you tried once, a gym membership you haven't touched in 4 months, and some random software trial that turned into a $20 monthly charge. Each one is small, right? $9 here, $12 there, no big deal. Except it is a big deal because small amounts add up to massive amounts. Let's do the math. If you're paying $150 a month on subscriptions you barely use, that's $1,800 a year. $1,800. That's not chump change. That's a vacation. That's an emergency fund. That's 3 months of groceries. That's investing money that could turn into $10,000 in 10 years, but instead it's gone. Vanished. Drip, drip. Here's the thing about these subscription traps. They're designed to be invisible. Companies know that if they charge you a little bit every month, you won't notice. You won't feel the pain. It's like a mosquito bite. 1 mosquito, whatever. 100 mosquitoes over a year. You're drained. And the worst part, you're not even enjoying most of these services. When was the last time you actually used that premium app? Can't remember. Yeah, that's the trap. In the ant world, we'd call this carrying a leaf you don't need. Why are you wasting energy on something that's not feeding the colony? Drop it. Move on. Protect your resources. But subscriptions are just the beginning. Let's talk about convenience fees. Oh, these are sneaky delivery fees, service fees, processing fees, convenience charges. They sound so harmless, don't they? Just $3 for delivery. Just a small convenience fee. But you order food 3 times a week, and suddenly you're spending $50 a month just on delivery fees alone. That's $600 a year you're handing over for the privilege of not walking 10 minutes to pick something up. $600? Now listen, I'm not saying never get delivery. Treat yourself. Live your life. But if it's become your default, if you're ordering in because you're too lazy or too busy to plan ahead, that's a leak. That's a hole in your bucket. And it's costing you big time. Here's what we do in the colony. We plan, we prepare. We don't scramble at the last minute because we know that's when you make expensive decisions. When you're hungry and unprepared, you overspend. When you're tired and don't want to cook, you overspend. When you didn't think ahead, you pay the convenience tax. And trust me, that tax adds up fast. Imagine this. You're a worker ant, and every time you go out to gather food, you hire another ant to carry it for you instead of just carrying it yourself. Sounds ridiculous, right? But that's what you're doing every time you pay for convenience you don't actually need. You're paying someone else to do something you could easily do yourself, and it's draining your reserves. If this is resonating with you, drop a little ant emoji in the comments and let's grow this colony together. Because here's the truth. Awareness is the first step. You can't fix a problem you don't see. Now, let's hit the third trap: impulse purchases. These are the silent assassins of your bank account. You're scrolling on your phone, minding your business, and boom, an ad pops up. Limited time offer, 50% off, only 3 left in stock. And something in your brain goes, I need that. Do you actually need it? Nope. Do you even want it that badly? Probably not. But the urgency, the discount, the fear of missing out, it triggers something. Before you know it, you've clicked by now. And 20, 30, 50 bucks are gone. One impulse buy, not the end of the world. But if you're doing this once a week, twice a week, that's hundreds of dollars a month disappearing into stuff you don't use, don't need, and often don't even remember buying. I see this all the time, and it breaks my little ant heart. Because here's what you're really doing. You're trading your future for a momentary dopamine hit. That's it. You feel good for like 5 minutes when you click that button. Maybe you feel good when the package arrives, but 2 weeks later, that thing is sitting in your closet, and you've forgotten all about it. Meanwhile, that money could have been working for you. It could have been invested. It could have been building your future. Instead, it's trapped in a product you don't care about, slowly losing value, taking up space. In the ant colony, we don't gather things we don't need. We don't hoard just because something looks shiny. We gather with purpose. Every seed, every crumb, it has a reason. It serves the colony. If it doesn't serve, we don't carry it. Simple as that. And here's the worst part about all these traps. The subscriptions, the fees, the impulse buys, they're invisible because they're small. Your brain doesn't register them as a threat. If someone came up to you and said, hey, give me $5,000 right now, you'd say no. You'd protect your money. You'd fight back. But when it's $10 here, $15 there, $30 next week, your brain goes, hey, it's fine. It's just a little. But little leaks sink big ships. Little holes drain big buckets. And little expenses destroy big dreams. Let me tell you a story. There was this ant in our colony. We'll call him Andy. Andy was a hard worker. Every single day, he'd go out and gather food. He was strong, fast, dedicated. But Andy had a problem. Every time he carried a seed back to the colony, he'd stop along the way. He'd see a cool rock, get distracted, set the seed down for a second, and sometimes he'd forget to pick it back up. Other times, he'd take a longer route because it looked interesting, and he'd drop little bits of the seed along the way without noticing. By the time he got back to the colony, he'd only have half of what he started with. Meanwhile, another ant, we'll call her Anna. She wasn't as fast or as strong as Andy, but Anna was focused. She planned her route, she didn't get distracted, and she protected every single seed she carried. At the end of the season, guess who had? They've contributed more to the colony Anna by a landslide. Not because she was better, but because she didn't have leaks. That's you. You're Andy or Anna, and the choice is yours. You can work hard, make money, and watch it disappear through invisible leaks. Or you can work hard, make money, and actually keep it. Build with it. Grow with it. Let me be real with you. Plugging the leaks is easier than you think. It doesn't require some extreme lifestyle change. You don't have to stop enjoying life. You just have to pay attention. Here's what you do. Step 1, audit your subscriptions. Right now, today, go through your bank statement and write down every recurring charge, every single one. Then ask yourself, do I actually use this? Does this bring me value? Am I getting my money's worth? If the answer is no, cancel it. Don't feel guilty. Don't think, but I might use it someday. If you haven't used it in 2 months, you won't let it go. That's money back in your pocket immediately. Step 2. Set a convenience budget. Decide how much you're willing to spend on delivery fees, service charges, and convenience costs each month. Maybe it's 50 bucks. Maybe it's 100. Whatever feels right for you. But once you hit that limit, you're done. You cook at home. You pick things up yourself. You plan ahead. This isn't about depriving yourself. It's about being intentional. It's about making sure convenience doesn't become a crutch that's costing you your future. Step 3. Implement the 48-hour rule for impulse purchases. See something you want? Great! Don't buy it right away. Wait 48 hours. If you still want it after 2 days and you can afford it without stressing your budget, go for it. But most of the time, that urge will fade. You'll realize you didn't actually need it. And boom, money saved, leak plugged, future protected. Here's the beautiful thing. These small changes create massive results. Cutting $150 in useless subscriptions, saving $200 a month on convenience fees and impulse buys. That's $350 a month back in your control. That's over $4,000 a year. In 5 years, if you invest that money wisely, it could be worth $30,000 or more. 30,000, all from plugging a few tiny leaks. That's the power of paying attention. That's the power of protecting what you earn. I know this isn't the flashy advice nobody wants to hear. Cancel your subscriptions. They want to hear about the next hot stock, the crypto that's gonna moon, the secret investment strategy. But here's the truth. If you can't keep the money you make, it doesn't matter how good your investments are. You'll always be starting from zero. You'll always be playing catch-up. The ants that thrive aren't the ones who find the biggest crumbs. They're the ones who protect every crumb they find. They're the ones who build slowly, steadily, without leaks. Here's my challenge for you. Spend the next week tracking your spending. Every dollar, write it down. Use an app, whatever works. Just pay attention. I promise you, you'll be shocked. You'll see leaks you didn't even know existed. And once you see them, you can fix them. Once you plug those holes, your bucket stays full. Your tank fills up. Your future gets brighter. Because here's the thing about wealth. It's not built in giant leaps. It's built in small, consistent steps. Grain by grain, dollar by dollar, decision by decision. Every time you choose to plug a leak instead of ignoring it, you're choosing your future. Every time you protect what you've earned, you're investing in the life you actually want. And that's what this is all about. Not perfection, not deprivation, just awareness, just intention. Just making sure that the hard work you're putting in actually counts. If you found this helpful, do me a favor, hit that like button, drop a comment with your biggest money leak. Let's hold each other accountable. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe if you haven't already, because we're building something special here. A colony of intentional, empowered, financially savvy people who refuse to let their future slip away one drip at a time. And hey, if you're serious about leveling up your money game, stick around. We've got so much more to cover. Remember this, you're not broke because you don't make enough. You're broke because you're losing what you make, but now you know. Now you see the traps. Now you can protect yourself. And when you do, everything changes. Your stress decreases. Your savings increase. Your confidence grows. You start to feel in control again. And that feeling, that's priceless. So go plug those leaks, my friend. Protect your bucket, fill your tank, build your future. Because here, in our colony, every small step counts, and it's easier than you think.